The Predator returns in this streaming movie from 20th Century Fox. Prey is the new entry into the Predator franchise. It is directed by Dan Trachtenberg, the director of 10 Cloverfield Lane. He also directed the first episode of The Boys on Amazon Prime. This movie will debut on Hulu in the United States and will be on Disney Plus under the Star banner in Canada and other territories. It stars Amber Midthunder as Naru, a young, fiery huntress from the Comanche tribe. Little known to her and the rest of her people is that a threat has just landed nearby that will be stalking them as prey. Prey is set 300 years ago in the Great Plains of the Comanche Nation, where technology for warfare was still bow and arrows. The predator, monster, alien creature, whatever you want to call it, first debuted in 1987 in the movie Predator. It was a testosterone-fueled cast led by the one and only Arnold Schwarzenegger. Him and his crew faced off against this murderous creature in the South American jungle when they were just going originally for a rescue mission. This movie spawned 3 more sequels and 2 Alien vs. Predator movies. We're not going to talk about those. I did enjoy Predator 2 and Predators, but let's move on. Dan Trachtenberg and writer Patrick Ushon's decisions for the story in this movie were great. Setting it back as a prequel, brilliant idea. Putting it in the Comanche Nation, it really sets a great story and a timeline for this to take place. Dan's fantastic way of telling a story is really evident here, as we're brought along for the ride with Naru, who eventually discovers and then faces off against this alien threat. This Predator design, very cool. Nothing we've ever seen before. I like that they took a chance and made it different instead of trying to make it fit within what we've known thus far. Amber Midthunder is brilliant in this movie. She exudes the confidence, the bravery, the intelligence that her character has very well. You feel her presence on screen. You can't wait to see what she does next, kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the original movie as he was building up to face against this unknown threat. I want to talk about Dakota Beavers. This is a first-time gig for him. He's a strong presence on screen. Every time he's on there, you can feel the strength that his character is supposed to have. I hope to see him in more roles in the future. He was a great addition to this cast. Another first-timer here is the Predator actor himself. I'm probably going to mess up the last name for Dane LaGradio. I apologize if I did, but his performance as the Predator is really strong. I really enjoyed some of the movements and the menacing poses he did, and I love the shoulder shrug off that he does in one moment in the film just before he faces off against some people. Really awesome performance for him. So despite there being no mystery left on who or what the Predator is, somehow Dan Trachtenberg pulls this off. And I think it has to do with the set pieces he did. This was filmed in the Stoney Nakoda Nation just outside of Calgary, Alberta, here in Canada. Those forests are absolutely beautiful out there, and you'll see that on film. His well-paced action sequences and story, it just works. He even throws in a couple of surprises that you wouldn't expect. It really works well. Of course, Amber Midthunder's performance here really helped sell the stakes here. Despite the screener that I was provided for this having a giant watermark covering almost a third of the screen, I love this movie. It was so much fun to watch. The only criticism I have is some of the VFX that are a little weak. Et si tu parles français, I don't know if you're going to be sold on that part of the movie. With that being said, where does Prey fall in the grand scheme of the Predator universe? Well, for me, it falls just below Predator, the original, the Schwarzenegger one. Now, it's just above Predator 2 for me, but it is up there. Yeah, that's where I'm putting it. I'm putting it as the second best film ever released in the Predator franchise. Great job, Dan Trachtenberg. Prey's going to get a solid 8 out of 10 for me. This was just such a good film, a lot of fun. After you watch the movie this weekend, and you should watch it this weekend because everybody's going to be talking about it next week, the Comic-Con hype was real. Come back here, leave a comment. We want to hear from you. We want to know your thoughts on this movie. We want to see where it ranks for you as well. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.